Good morning.
Good morning.
How are you today?
I'm good, thank you. Thanks for having
So,
me.
thanks for coming. Today we're talking with Jennifer Doyle, and she is with Service for Your Smile business. And Jennifer, you and I kind of met through your connection with the Oasis program.
Yes.
You're a new mentee with us, and I just loved the whole premise of your business, and the fact that that you were coming to us, looking for some support. So why don't you tell everyone watching what your business is to start?
Okay. So I am a dental hygienist. And so my business is I bring dental hygiene services to you. So um, what I try to target is people who can't get to a dental office, a traditional dental office. So I have all of my equipment, and I kind of set up a little dental office where I'm going, and I bring it all to you. I do work with dentists. I'll work with your dentist. So, if you're having some issues that I can't help you with, I will write a referral to your dentist, and I will let them know kind of the issues that you are having. It's very important to still see a dentist once a year. But what I'm focusing on is prevention, access to care, increasing access to care. So I go into a lot of nursing homes. That's kind of my main uh, target, I guess,
Right.
because it is hard for individuals in nursing homes to get to a dentist. Mobility issues is a huge one. A lot of patients I see are in a wheelchair, so you have to coordinate with the handy bus and
Right.
sometimes hire a staff member to get them there. So it ends up being quite a process. Um, and I'm loving it.
And I have to say that um, this is an area where we don't even think of you know, a business being available, right? So we always think of going to a dentist, going to get our teeth cleaned, we're going to see the dentist, we see a hygienist, we think of this package of us going to the building and and then we don't even think that this is an opportunity, a business opportunity for somebody to start their own business and provide access to people who don't have that access. And when you and I first started talking, I was thinking, oh my gosh, I never even thought, like, sometimes we have doctors who go to nursing homes, but I would have never even thought of the whole dental aspect. So
Mhm.
kudos to you for providing this service. So how did you how did you kind of move your way into this business?
So this is kind of new to our area, but it's not really a new thing. Dental hygienists received special rules January 2013, where we were able, with additional training, to have this designation for self-initiation. And it kind of took off a little bit more slowly, but in other provinces. There are, I think there might be 20 of us in New Brunswick now. Who do it. So I didn't come up with the idea. It's more because I'm in the industry, I'm aware of it. The Canadian Dental Hygiene Association, this was the main reason that they wanted us to be able to become self-initiated so we can provide this access to care. Um, so I'd love to take the credit for the idea, but it's not really my idea. I had It's something I had always wanted to do. Even when I went to school, there was talk about this possibly being something that we would be able to do in the future. And then about 2 years ago, I started seeing an ad from a woman who was doing it in St. Andrews, and it kind of kept popping up in my just different searches that I was doing. So I kind of sat on it, and then eventually I called her and got some information from her. Um, and then my own grandmother was in a nursing home, and my mother was having issues with her teeth. My mom would take her to her appointments, and was really nervous about taking her to her appointment because she does have dementia, and she was worried she wouldn't be able to get her back to the nursing home. Wasn't sure how she would make out in the dental chair. She was constantly holding her bottom teeth, and you could tell she was in pain.
Mhm.
So I actually hired the woman in St. Andrews to come in and put a temporary filling on. So as a dental hygienist, we can place temporary fillings, which uh, works to relieve the pain and fill the hole and provide relief for people who
Right.
can't get to a dentist, right? And these will last. I mean, it's variable.
Mhm.
They can last a long time. Sometimes they don't last. It just kind of depends on other situations. So I hired her to do that, and then I thought, okay, I this is what I want to do, and so I bought it from her. I bought her business. So she had started it, and I bought it from her.
Mm. And yeah, I mean, I think it's a great initiative, and so often regulatory bodies now are providing, access to professionals to be able to start their own businesses and to really forge, a new pathway of employment for, for professionals like yourselves, I mean, massage therapists or, even respiratory therapists now, are kind of looking at that self-employment route. Um,
Right.
but it's so I just keep thinking like it's just such an awesome idea because as you say, there's so many reasons why people can't get to a dentist. Even even when we look at, the mental health aspect of it, I know I have to get myself psyched up, to
Hmm.
walk into a dentist's office. So the fact that you were going to them, it must take a little bit of the nerves off as well if you could go to them.
Yes. Yeah. And I found that actually, so another service I provide, I don't just go into nursing homes. If you're somebody who just doesn't go to the dentist because you're afraid, it's a
Mhm.
lot more comfortable if I come to you and we do it in your home. I bring my chair, you can use your favorite pillow, like whatever you need to make you feel more comfortable. We can take a slower pace because usually what I'll do if I'm going into someone's home, I only book 2 patients that day, one person in the morning, one person in the afternoon. I like that. I don't like the hustle and bustle of a dental office. To keep moving at this fast pace.
Yeah.
That I mean that and that's just how a dental office has to work because you
Mhm.
have to get the patients in. Um, I've been fortunate though, saying that like I've always worked for dentists who were very good at making sure we had the time we need to see your patients. But I guess what I'm saying is I like to be able to make it more relaxing.
Right.
Play your favorite music and uh, see your whole family if you want while I'm there, or
Mhm.
not. Whatever works to make it more
Right.
comfortable for sure.
Because
Yeah.
you're
Yeah.
taking that barrier because obviously there's a barrier of them not going to the dentist office and I mean the dentist office again is a business on its own and they have to keep their appointments rolling, but
Right.
there's that barrier of people saying, well, no, this is not why I go. So you're going to tick off those, and try to eliminate those barriers for them when you do go to their house. So
Right.
yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
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 So you say that you go to nursing homes. Now, we can't talk about nursing homes without talking about, the pandemic that we went through or
Mhm.
we're going through. I'm not sure which stage we're at right now with it, but how did, you must have at a point where you looked ahead and thought, do I even have a business during this pandemic?
Yeah.
I can't go into people's homes. So can you talk a little bit about what you had to do, to kind of change the way that you did things moving toward the pandemic?
Yeah. So funny about this. So I actually bought the business on March 24th.
Oh my
So
goodness.
couldn't work. We're governed by there's the New Brunswick College of Dental Hygienists, super supportive. Um, but they had given us our directives, which were all dental offices were closed. So I bought the business and thought, oh no, I can't work.
Mm,
But I mean, I knew that it would come around. I thought, maybe in a way, this is a good thing. It gives me more time to figure out exactly how to run a business, which is not my area of expertise at all, which is why I'm in the OASIS program.
mhm,
So it gave me time to kind of sort through that. And then, at first, there was some patients who were a little bit nervous to go to a dental office because of the worry of the risk. And so,
mhm,
if I come to you, then you don't have to worry about these COVID germs being in your house. And I'm fully covered. Like when
mhm.
I go in to see a patient, all you can see is my face. I've got a mask on, I have a shield on, I've got glasses on. You really can't see what I look like. I actually look like a boy. I have a hair cap on. So yeah, with COVID, that was scary. I did kind of wonder, how what's going to become of this. But with all of the PPE, I feel very safe. All of the precautions we have to take, and we've been so lucky in New Brunswick. I do feel like, this is okay now.
Mhm.
I
Yeah,
have a business.
that's awesome. And so you touched on, which is what I want to touch on, you touched on the fact that, you bought the business and then, you thought, I don't, I don't have any business specific business training to run the business.
Yeah.
And as you and I have chatted about before, a lot of people, that's what they come to Oasis with, right? So they're the talent behind the business. So you're a dental hygienist, or we might have a welder or a daycare owner. And in their academic studies, they're learning to be that talent and to do that skill. But then they decide to start a business, and that business training sometimes is something they think, oh, well, what do I do with this? So, how, was that something that was a deterrent for you, or when you were thinking about buying the business, to say, well, I don't know how to run a business? Or did you say, well, I know how to do dental hygiene. I'll learn the aspect of the business. What kind of, I guess, factors did you have to factor in when you were buying the business?
Right. Yeah. At first, I was really excited. I thought, I'm a dental hygienist. I know how to do this. I've been doing this for a long time. I know how a dental office runs. So I was really quite excited about it. But then I got down into the actual running the business and realized, oh, there's a lot I do not know. Processing insurance claims, that was something I had never done. Uh, Doing all of the roles. It was definitely a challenge for me, for sure, being the receptionist, the progress reports, sending those to the families of the residents in nursing homes and to the staff as well, because they keep these in the charts, and I have recommendations on how they can help to take care of the residents' teeth. There's a lot of paperwork. I did not realize quite how much uh, business aspect, I guess, or
Right.
paperwork, administrative work,
Hmm.
that I didn't know.
Right.
So yeah, so I was referred to the Oasis program by a friend. She actually did the Oasis program, and I thought, this is exactly what I need. I need help. I really don't know how to do the business part.
Yeah. Yeah. And
Yeah.
and those are and a lot of times we hear that, and that business training or skills that can be acquired, right? As you're stepping, as you're working in your business and you're seeing clients, you step out, and allows you to work on your business with a mentor, and learn those specific skills that you need, or also kind of map out where you need to outsource, where you need to hire and bring people in. I always say
Mhm.
that finance is the first thing that I throw out, because I am not an accountant, right? So I need somebody
Right.
to help me with that. So,
Yeah.
so how can people, reach you, or if somebody's watching this and they have some dentist anxiety, or they have, a loved one in a nursing home, or, just, kind of, homebound,
Yeah.
how can people reach out to you, and what area do you cover?
Yeah, okay, good question, because reaching me, I think, is hard for people because I'm really not great with technology. I do have a Facebook page, but I'm not as active on it as I should be, which is one of the challenges that we're working through the program. So if really by phone or email,
Okay.
um, my Facebook page is called Service for Your Smile, and all the information is there to reach me. Word of mouth.
Mhm.
Um, I have There are some dental offices who know who I am and can give you my information as well, because they want to support these people who can't get to a dentist as well. Everyone's goal is to um, you know have a healthy oral mouth, because it
Right.
affects your whole body, right?
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah.
What was the second part of the
And
question? Sorry.
and what area do you cover? What
Oh,
area do
area, right. Yeah, so St. John area.
you okay.
I do go to St. Andrews as well, because that is where the lady who I bought from, that's where she had set up.
Mhm.
So there was contracts that came with the business through for two nursing homes in St. Andrews, St. Stephen area. And the dentist in St. Andrews recently retired. Um, I'm not sure if there's another one or not. So there's a bit of an access barrier there too. So I
Mhm.
will see local people there. I rent a space at uh, the O'Neill Arena in St. Andrews, and I see
Right.
patients there. Uh, but St. John is kind of where I'm trying. That's where I live in the St. John
Right.
area. So and surrounding areas of St. John is my target uh, area.
Perfect. Awesome. Well, thank you so much. I think I think it's an excellent service. I think you're doing a fine job. And thank you so much for all the work that you do in our senior communities and for people like me who are scared to go to the dentist. So I wish you all the best with your business.
Thank you, Clarissa. I really appreciate your help too. It's been wonderful. Thank you.